Are you someone who's very comfortable with English, but yet you notice people saying phrases which don't make sense to you? They may be saying, "We need to think outside the box," or "Let's touch base tomorrow on this," or your manager is probably telling you that we need to get the ball rolling. Don't worry, I've got you covered. I'll teach you 10 powerful business English idioms which will help you in your presentations, meetings, even in your day to day workplace conversations. So let's not waste any time and get straight into this lesson and learn these business English idioms which will help you perform excellently at your workplace. Let's get started. If you want to kickstart something, basically you've spent probably months or days discussing how to get this project, rolling and things started, you could use a powerful business English idiom. Let's get the ball rolling. To get the ball rolling means to get things started. It could be for projects, it could be, for some initiatives, it could even be for process improvements. Okay, so when you intend to kickstart something, you could use the phrase get the ball rolling. The second business English idiom, common yet powerful, is think outside the box. We all need to do it from time to time. Conventional solutions are often not the right solutions. Okay, so don't go to the conventional approach. Think about modern, contemporary ideas or things which no one else has thought about. It may save time, it may be a huge cost saving for the company, or it may be something which can actually elevate your position in the company. So, think outside the box means think of things which are not conventional, not usual, or not something that people have already tried, probably failed at it, or just managed to get things done by using these conventional approaches or methods. Not for you. Think outside the box and come up with innovative ideas, brilliant ideas, and that's exactly what your manager is seeking. The third business English idiom is touch base. Connect? No. Contact? No. Go ahead, touch base with people. At your workplace, if you're making a commitment, "I'll connect with you tomorrow," instead say, "I'll touch base with you tomorrow." Or for that matter, "Let's touch base on this further for the next level of discussion." So connect and contact is usual, routine, mundane. Don't use it. Done and dusted. Go ahead, use the word touch base. Great business English idiom to use at your workplace. If you agree with someone, you're on the same page. Yes, that's the next business English idiom for you. Basically, if you're aligned to someone's views, if you echo someone's thoughts, or you resonate with someone's views, you're on the same page. In fact, if you are running a team and you want your one downs to further communicate to their one downs the exact same thought or sentiment which was discussed in a particular meeting, you could communicate to them. Make sure your respective teams are on the same page, which means that they are further aligned to the larger picture or perspective. So basically, to, if you're instead of saying the routine phrase, "I agree," you could say, "I'm on the same page." It's a powerful expression of agreement. When you're able to come up with solutions quickly, you're able to think on your feet. More often than not, people rely on people at the workplace who are resourceful, dependable. They're able to come up with solutions quickly. So think on your feet. Make sure that you have presence of mind to come up with solutions to problems. We face problems on a day to day basis. What we need is the ability to think on our feet and the ability to solve rather than, mulling over it, getting distressed, complaining. Everyone can do that. That's easy. But the ability to think on your feet is what actually separates you from the herd, from the crowd. So think on your feet. Think of solutions. Don't just lament about the profits. To get the short end of the stick. When someone gets the raw part of the deal, say you're up for promotion, you've done brilliantly at your workplace in the last quarter, and you're really looking forward to this promotion, but someone else gets it and you feel that person is less deserving, then you have got the short end of the stick. It could mean that you've got the raw part of the deal. There has been unfair treatment, unjust treatment. This often happens at the workplace, even as far as workload distribution is concerned. If you're doing all the heavy lifting and someone else, gets away with probably the lighter part of the workload, then if, as far as you are concerned, you've got the short end of the stick. Okay. And if you get pulled up for anything and everything that goes wrong, whereas others get away with a slap on the wrist, then again, you have got the short end of the stick or the raw part of the deal. Bite the bullet. When things get uncomfortable, yet you still need to go ahead and do it, that's when you need to bite the bullet. So trust me, at the workplace, very often, probably you're not good at presentations or public speaking, yet you're up next. You need to go and face the crowd. So go ahead, bite the bullet, because it's very important to put yourself out there, do things which are uncomfortable yet need to be done. So in life, be it upskilling, be it delivering your best, you need to bite the bullet. Even in an uncomfortable situation, go ahead and give it your best shot and do it nevertheless. Okay, so that's known as bite the bullet. Call the shots. Someone who takes all the decisions basically calls the shots. So if you're in a senior commanding position, you're in the driver's seat, trust me, you call the shots. So it's a good thing, regardless of your position in the organization, taking charge, taking command, or for that matter, being at the helm of things is such a huge, invigorating experience. So go ahead, call the shots, and do so responsibly, not just with authority. Easy wins are known as the low hanging fruits. So, the next idiom which you need to learn is low hanging fruits. If you have a huge to do list to take care of, and there are items you can probably, check it off your list by completing those tasks earlier or, in a faster manner, then definitely those are the low hanging fruits. Go for them. Typically, imagine a tree, something that you can easily pluck. Okay, the fruits which you can easily pluck are the low hanging fruits, the easy targets, or the tasks which are easy wins. As against that, on your priority list, that which is important, yet you can't achieve it easily, they will be the ones which are not the low hanging fruits. Okay, so my strong recommendation would be that go ahead, complete the low hanging fruits first. You feel less overwhelmed at the workplace. Moving the goalpost. Well, this certainly seems unfair. Basically, if there is, a sudden change in the rules of the game, you feel you're doing brilliantly well, achieving all the targets or the goals assigned to you, and someone suddenly moves the goalpost for you. So that makes the entire situation so unfair, so unjust. So moving the goalpost is a constant resetting, okay, of targets, which is something which we don't want to experience ever at the workplace. In fact, moving the goalpost could be a positive, could carry a positive connotation in the context of health or for that matter in language skill development. So if you're seeking to achieve new health goals, okay, then keep moving the goalpost. Or for that matter, if communication skills development need not stop by, achieving certain smaller or quick targets. Look for, the bigger wins. So if you keep moving the goalpost, I'm sure you'll achieve a lot as far as communication skills development is concerned. The trick lies in using these idioms and don't wait for the right time. Start with the common section, I would say. Go ahead, use an idiom today in a sentence in the comments section, and I'll be happy to review it. Keep a target of one idiom per day, and trust me, you'll quickly imbibe it and use it at your workplace too as soon as you have confidently used it here in the comments section and I've looked at it. If you like this lesson, watch out for more such videos in the upcoming weeks because we keep sharing exciting lessons for all our learners. Our aim is that you keep learning, keep growing, and yes, while you practice this, happy learning at English Excellence with Chai.